What's up, everybody? It's Lawrence again, and today we have a very special shoe that is definitely a GR release, but I feel like this is going to be a trend for Nike throughout 2019, so I'm excited about it. And the reason why I think it's a trend is the first leaked images of the Air Max 720 are out, and one of the basically lead colorways is going to be an Aurora Borealis based color. And I'm starting to see this out in the Nike world at their stores with iridescent based color schemes for many of their shoes. And so without further ado, today we'll be talking about the VaporMax Plus, done in the black, dark gray, and aluminum. I'm just going to call these iridescent from moving forward just because it's easier. The reason why I picked these up is super simple. I love this pair of Air Jordan 1s. I actually kind of purge all my Air Jordan 1s because I feel like they're played out for me personally. So I really have two pairs left. It's this pair, which is the chameleon pair that released during All-Star Weekend, I believe in 2016. Look how cool that sole is. It's all shiny and shit. But let's get started with this shoe. So the Air VaporMax Plus is obviously a hybrid between the VaporMax sole and the Air Max Plus that was released in 1997. So kind of moving into the upper, you're going to see a grid-like pattern done in that same neoprene that you're going to see most of the VaporMax Plus is done in. That grid-like pattern is done in a gray, and it's done in a lighter gray for the hash marks. There's obviously perforations and everything in between, much like any other VaporMax Plus. The difference is I kind of expected there to be 3M over here in the middle where the hatches are, but there isn't. And then finally, you're going to have the iridescent cage, which you can see change color in the light. Sometimes it looks kind of greenish and grayish. Other times it looks mainly purple. It's really hard to get the exact color. You have to see this in person, but it's a really cool upper. There is also a black Nike swoosh done in the metal over here. On the medial side, there's a little mini swoosh that's on the cage as well. Going up to the tongue, you're gonna have an attached tongue. You're also gonna see Air VaporMax Plus logo over here. That's also done in an iridescent based color. Finally, on the back, you have a shiny iridescent based tab. It's actually coated in this very shiny plastic that looks like patent leather. And then you're going to see the VaporMax Plus logo in here. And then there is a very soft suede. I wouldn't say it's a nice suede, but it's a soft suede that is done in the back over here. Towards the front of the shoe, you're going to have a toe guard, and that is obviously to keep the shoe protected when it comes down to scruffing. Towards the midsole, you're going to have a Cushlon midsole that has something that's iridescent in the middle that runs between here, and it runs into the bottom of the shoe onto the medial side as well, so that runs all throughout. And then from a Cushlon perspective, right below that is going to be the VaporMax sole that we know to come and love and many people hate, but it's done in this purplish colorway. It reminds me of the Game Boy Color with the translucent purple. It was one of my most coveted prize, and it looks a little more blue in the front. It might just be lighting, but I'm pretty sure it goes from blue into a purple, which kind of makes sense because of the iridescentness of the upper. All right, so what are my thoughts on this shoe? So if you guys have not owned a pair of VaporMaxes, I believe the VaporMax Plus, where you combine the Cushlon sole with the VaporMax bottom, is actually significantly more comfortable than just the VaporMax. The upper itself is not the greatest upper in the world compared to the Flyknit versions that have VaporMax on them, but it's a super comfortable upper. There's really nothing to complain about. The one thing that I would say is that my feet get pretty hot in this type of neoprene, so it's not super breathable, but the cage and the lockdown and everything feel really great as you're walking around. So it's a great walking shoe. I would not recommend this shoe too much for actual athletic activity. From an aesthetics perspective, if you love the Air Max Plus, this is a huge upgrade in my opinion, so I would definitely see if you would like to cop a pair. The one thing to note about the sole is, much like any other VaporMax, you have to actually wear in the bubbles. The bubbles become softer over time. Initially when you get it, it feels like a board, and eventually it'll conform to your feet. That's especially so when you have the Cushlon midsole that comes along with it. The only other thing that I would say from a aesthetics perspective, as a short guy myself, this shoe is super tall, so if you're looking for a couple more inches and something that's a little more stylish and sporty, this is actually a great shoe to get because you'll get that little bit that you're probably always looking for. And obviously the color. The colorway I think is super awesome. The iridescentness of it really puts something to the shoe that's very different. It definitely gives you a double take because for the most part it looks pretty matte initially, and as you're moving around everything kind of changes, and it's actually translucent. So I don't know how well you can see this, but you can actually see through into the grid pattern. From a sizing perspective, normally with the VaporMax, I would recommend going a half size up. But on the VaporMax Plus, I would actually say true to size is going to be more than good enough. I went true to size, and these fit perfectly. And that's it, guys. This is the Air VaporMax Plus, done in the aluminum black dark gray. Peace.